Hey there, Capricorn, and welcome to your week of January 17th, 2022 General Tarot Reading. We're going to be looking at your energy over here on the left. Coming into this week, we're going to look at some challenges for you here in the center. And over on the right side here, we're going to take a look at some potential outcome cards for you. We're going to clarify them as we go along and tie everything off with an oracle card. At the end, these are general readings, so some of this, all of this, or none of this may resonate. If it does, that's awesome. If it doesn't, don't try to force it in. All right, so let's get in. Your energy coming into this week is the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. This is really nice. What we got here is you working hard to achieve something really awesome, something you can be proud of, something that is maybe even just a dream come true for you, something you've been really wanting for a long time here with that Knight of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles talking about hard work, putting in the time, putting in the effort. Practice makes perfect, putting in the hours, no matter how tedious it gets, but you got that good work ethic. I love it. With the Knight of Cups here, we're wanting to cross this river to where our dreams are here in the future, right? Over here on the right is going to be our outcomes. That's the future. We're heading in a forward direction. What's nice, too, I'll point out, is all three of these characters here are all facing forward, all facing towards the future, which is beautiful. I love that. It's like thinking about what's coming next. Where am I going to go next? What is the pathway for me? So I love that. But in the Knight of Cups cup here is all his dreams, his hopes, and his desires. And he's looking into them being like, this is just a taste of what's on the other side of this river. What I really want here, across the way here. So I think that's really beautiful. You're working hard. You want to get to where you need to be. I love it. And the Nine of Pentacles is about independence. It's about having something that you're proud of, working so hard to achieve something that's so fantastic. This person owns a vineyard here, which means they've really accomplished something quite big, because not only do they own a vineyard that they've worked hard on, they have, workers who they pay to work the fields to create wine for them. So they have things that they can just kind of relax and enjoy all of the fruits of their labor. So I think that's really beautiful that you're working all towards this. So let's take a look. We got to pop out to start things off. King of Wands. I love it. And I love that he's also facing towards the future as well. That's great. But we'll get into that. That first one came out by itself. We'll take that guy. It's got the Three of Wands. Again, we're facing the future again. I love it. Forward thinking. I'm loving it, Capricorn. All right, and let's see what we got. What is your last clarifier for your energy? The Seven of Wands as well. I like this. This is really good. The Three of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. Lots of energy, lots of passion here for you to go along with your hard work and to go along with your forward thinking. I love it. That's awesome. King of Wands, it's very rare that King of Wands doesn't get what he wants, so that's awesome. Nice and determined here, going after what you really desire, going after growth, going after a ton of things that make you feel good about yourself. Three of Wands, your ships are coming in. You can see this ship is carrying all this treasure as it's flying in to the new land, so that's great. I love that. I love it. And with the Seven of Wands as well, defending your position. So I feel like maybe at this time if people are trying to dissuade you, and they may not necessarily be doing that, but you're like, this is the path for me. This is what I've worked so hard for, and I'm sticking to it because I know that the end results are going to be worth it. So that's really beautiful. Fantastic, Capricorn. Let's look at some challenges you might be facing this week. See what might be trying to rain on your parade, all right? Give the deck one last little shuffle here. See what we got. For you, we got the Three of Wands again. We got the Eight of Wands. And we got the Ten of Cups as well. Interesting. So the Three of Wands repeating like this, it's usually a strong message when you see a card repeat like that. It's kind of like, pay attention to this. So I feel like patience is going to be a big thing. I feel like you're on your way to your big reward here, your dreams coming true with that Ten of Cups. You're on your way for it, but you just got to be a little more patient, right? It's almost like it's on its way. Like your reward is on its way. It's just, you got to be patient with it. The Eight of Wands, it might not be going as fast as you'd like. The Eight of Wands is the second fastest card in the deck. The only thing faster is the Chariot, which is Cancer's card. So you may just be dealing with the fact that you have a lot of energy pent up here, but you just don't want to wait around for it because you want to accomplish your goals. You want to achieve your dreams. You want to go for it. because you know it's like right around the corner, right? It's kind of like if you've ever ordered something online, like on Amazon or something, and then it doesn't, and then it like says it's shipped, and you're like, yes, it's shipped, and then you just immediately start checking like how far along it is, right? If you've ever done that, let me know. But that's kind of the energy I'm getting here, is where you're kind of just impatiently waiting because you know that it's so close to achieving what you want to achieve. So let's take a look at some clarifiers for your challenges here, for all this pent up energy that we got going on here. You might be just waiting for word from somebody as well, because the Eight of Wands can represent communication. So it might be you're just waiting patiently for somebody to let you know if everything's good to go. So let's take a look and see what we got here. We got the Eight of Pentacles repeating. Wow. The King of Swords and the King of Cups. Wow, 3 kings. That's really close to Emperor territory here. We're only missing the King of Pentacles now. But with this here, maybe what's happening is you're waiting on a King of Swords or a King of Cups to communicate to you. So this is a mature type person. Could be a water or air sign. So that would be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Could be waiting on one of them. Could be anybody. It's a general reading, of course. But you might just be waiting for word from them. And it might be just a real test of your patience and a test of your emotions and a test of your will here at this time. Because the King of Cups, you can see here, if this isn't necessarily a person you're dealing with, there's this raging tide around him here. And normally the King of Cups doesn't get worked up over these things, but you might be having a hard time controlling your emotions at this time because you're impatiently waiting, right? You're kind of looking up at all this hard work you've done and being like, why am I not getting the recognition I deserve? Why am I not getting, oh, excuse me, got the hiccups all of a sudden. Why am I not getting the recognition I deserve? Or why am I not getting, the sort of word of like, yeah, you can stop now, it's good enough, right? Like, why is that not coming in for me here? And you might be getting a little worked up over that. And that King of Swords might not have communicated this to you for some reason or another, because maybe they're not forward thinking, right? At this time, they're kind of dealing with something from the past. And that's why they can't focus on the future, right? Because you're so forward minded. Of course, just about everything in your energy is looking forward. So that's kind of here is maybe this person is dealing with something in their past. So that's why they can't, help you get to your future here. So let's take a look at some possible outcomes for you here, Capricorn, see what we got going on. What do we have here, Capricorn? We've got the Sun. Love it. Happiest card in the deck. The Five of Pentacles. And the Three of Swords here. Look at that. I love it. The Sun is, like I said, happiest card in the deck. Everything coming up Millhouse. It's all good. Nothing but positivity here. I love it. That's fantastic. So what we're saying here is in the future, you're going to be heading towards a ton of happiness. It's great. I feel like you really need to focus on your strengths and cut out things that don't serve you anymore here, because the Five of Pentacles talks about focusing on your strengths and not your weaknesses. You can see this person here. They have this bell around their neck, and that means they're a leper. And lepers are being shunned. But if he didn't show the bell or he didn't wear it, people wouldn't know, right? So it's really, with the bell, it's drawing attention to his weaknesses, which is ultimately hindering him. Whereas with the Sun is telling us with the Five of Pentacles to focus on your strengths instead, and focus on the positive, and focus on what's brought you here and what's gotten you this far, rather than focusing on what you don't have. The Three of Swords is also going to tell us to focus on things that help us, things that move us forward, right? I always use the term killing your darlings with the Three of Swords. It's a writing term for when you really love something, but it doesn't help the plot. It doesn't serve character development. It doesn't do anything good for the story. It's just kind of filler, right? And that's kind of what the Three of Swords is telling us here. It's like, is there something in your life that's just filler? It's not helping you out. And in fact, in some cases, is it actively working against you? And it's time to cut those things out, all right? So let's tie it off. Well, for your clarifiers anyway, we're going to get an oracle card after this and see what's going on. So let's get your clarifiers for your outcome cards. I was almost going to call them their challenge cards, but we already did that. So but let's get these cards going. We got the Nine of Wands, the Wheel, and the Three of Swords again. Look at that. Yeah. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. But as you can see here, this person is quite well-to-do. They're not actually that hurt. So this is sort of you being like, have that had been having a rough time, but actually things are going good now. You're at a state of peace and a state of being able to move forward in a strong way. So I like that a lot. That's really, to me, it's saying that once like you just got to be patient. You just got to focus on what you have now. When word comes through, you're going to be able to just relax and do what you want, right? We were talking about with this Nine of Pentacles back here. This person can just enjoy this vineyard they have, right? You're going to be able to do that. Maybe you'll be playing the flute in your garden or something like that. So that's really awesome. Three of Swords repeating is very strong, like we said, with the Three of Wands repeating as well, is that, and the Eight of Pentacles as well. So 3 repeating cards in your reading. That's wild. 33.3% repeating, of course, of your reading has been clarifying itself. But with the Three of Swords, again, you just need to cut out those things that don't serve you. Just need to get rid of that filler. Just need to take that stuff out of there. With the Wheel of Fortune here as well, the wheel here as well, it's just saying this is going to be a state where you can fulfill yourself, right? You're going to be able to hold this cycle and be in a good place here in the future. I love the wheel too, because if you ever heard that song by Journey, The Wheel in the Sky, the wheel in the sky, they say, is the sun. So this is almost, in my mind, is almost kind of the sun repeating, right? So I feel like that's really positive for you as well. So that's fantastic. So let's tie this all off with an oracle card here for you, Capricorn. Let's see what we got for you. Thank you for making it this far. Hope this is resonating with you. Hope this is helping you out. And let's see what this oracle card is for you. We got the Hummingbird Spirit. Be here now, right? Like, be here, be in the moment. Enjoy the moment, right? You're looking towards the future, and that's great. It's great that you've been planning for this, and you've been working hard for it. I love it, but you got to be here now and enjoy the moment so that, like, this sort of, waiting game isn't killing you, right? You got to just enjoy what's going on in your life rather than letting that take you out. So I think that's awesome. So hopefully that's helped you out. Hopefully that's resonated with you. If you want to help out the channel, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. That way you can find your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too, much easier, and check them out after this and as I upload them every week. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in the next video.